you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Y'all see I'm in the street struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun up, he hustling. Vision, my nigga, now get in where you're fitting. And see prison as just a high cost of living, the life. Ante up, cause if you blow that dice on that OZ, Dorothy ain't going home tonight. That's on everything. Put it on the kids and the white. Been burying my folk ever since they raised the price on the coke. Searching for a quick antidote. More money, more problems to cope.
You believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
On rainy days I sit back and count ways on how to get rich. Coolin' with a mean, ill Jamaican bitch. Banana coat matching with the ratchet. Low black weed, sweatpants style. Air Forces acting, jumping in 6 kicks. Lil' Chris talking about the bird. Float through your hood in a mean sense, that's giant. It's like the family that flipped on you for lying. Buried you alive, left your whole crying. We on your floor, look, more dogs. They ain't either, I hope y'all niggas is on. And when we get there, all my niggas in the mix, yeah, Shalal legs. Diamond got me buying Louis Rich.
Yo, bro, people say the clan was missing since I got dropped off a radio. Overnight, your whole style was bitten in the process. Everybody switched their names like, what you call it, and he fast King James. It was the guards that repped that. Saw-skin, dark-skin bitches, Clarks and Dizzy left the game dizzy. Who got busy? That dancey shit slid through. We had to stay hood, cause that's what we been through. RZA came through, mastermind, got the cash from power. Poop the power past the divine. Classical rhymes, mathematical rhymes. Styles unbearable, now niggas with the radical shine.
You believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing.
Hello, everybody. Let's see if we're live. Hi. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. This is episode 865. And the Eagle does me a solid. The Bears answer my call for jokes. And Chaz has his first upside down hate crime. Hi, everybody. So this morning, I was doing my normal routine, and Amy's like, Owen. And I'm like, I was actually talking to Vox. It's European time, so at 5 a.m. Our schedules line up, so I was just sitting there. And an eagle had come down and had killed one of the meat birds. It was just about ready for harvest anyway. And so we get the eagle away. We realize that the chicken's still kind of alive, but there's a gash in his back. He had been incapacitated, and the eagle went away. And so I immediately had to kill and clean the chicken, and then we just did 2 more. So one of the chickens we're going to be eating was killed by an eagle that we interrupted the murder. The eagle was kind of G. Floyding the guy, and so I think that when we eat this chicken, I will have some sort of issue with a boner. I don't know how else to put that. Where I think that if you eat a chicken you raised from the time it was a chick, you feed it every day, you clean it, you gut it, all that stuff. If an eagle's talon is what killed the chicken, but yet you still get to eat the chicken, I think you get a boner. That's a theory. So I'm going to watch out for that. I'm going to eat it in small doses because I think it is just pure male vitality. Alex Jones talks about selling male vitality pills, and now Ben Shapiro, like the smallest, smarmiest, least testosterone-filled, quote-unquote man on the planet, is now selling boner pills. I think the ultimate boner pill is eating a chicken from your property that was killed by an eagle that you still salvaged while it was still alive. Bonus boner. All right. Yeah, dude, that's American as fuck. It's the most American thing I think I've ever seen. Like, that's why in these times of the apocalypse here, we're just seeing a massive shift in global trade and economics and all the nonsense. Get back to your roots. I'll tell you something. As someone who was just a fairly just run-of-the-mill, degraded Hollywood comedian, just kind of like in Babylon going la-da-da-da-da, the fact that I'm now wearing a hat that my wife made out of our own alpaca wool, and I just harvested and cleaned out a chicken that had been almost killed by an eagle this morning it's miraculous. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, there will be a bonus boner. The eagle was driven off by a bear. Yes, the eagle was interrupted by a bear who took his kill, and now I will be eating it soon with my family, and I may have to leave the table and the house in case there is too much male vitality in it. What a life. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, like, you know, Amy's like, the chicken's still alive. You have to cut his head off. And by the way, Amy was a vegetarian when I met her, to the point where she couldn't eat shrimp because she felt bad. She now is like really impressed and proud of her husband as I pull out the intestines and gizzard and heart and lungs. Actually, Amy will show you. These are the chickens from this morning. She's gonna teach the young ladies how to vacuum seal them with nothing but boiling water, a straw, and a plastic bag. No, and the chickens can't breathe anymore. But that's okay. Here we go.
Vacuum these chickens this morning?
Yeah, we had an eagle in there. But so I'm just vacuum sealing them.
Okay.
By the way, you guys have no idea how legendary that is. Like, when I met Amy, there's no way she would have just casually said, oh, we had an eagle incident. And then we cut off their heads and legs and gutted them, and now we're preserving them for our family. Like, she literally just casually was like, oh, we had an eagle incident. When I met her, she was going to USC for engineering. She had a purple streak in her hair. You know, vegetarian, don't hurt the animal, don't hurt the earth. Dude, she was like, yeah, we had an eagle incident. So anyway, this is how you preserve the meat. Guys, this is the future.
All right, everybody. Amy and I tag team these chickens this morning.
Yeah, we had an eagle incident. But so I'm just vacuum sealing them.
Okay.
You get these vacuum seal bags and you zip tie it and stick the straw in the cavity to help release air. And you pretty much just get a pot of really hot water.
Yep.
And you dump this for like 5 to 10 seconds and just make sure it's submerged in the whole bird. And then you pull it out. And you're going to let it sit. Just a little bit of time.
Awesome.
And it's going to start to pull through, suck really tight. And then once it's done releasing, you just pull this tube out and pull the zip tie closed, and you're good to go for the freezer. Before you do this, you just want to make sure your bird is dry, or else you risk a freezer burn.
Great advice, love. Thank you.
See, look at this. You see that, like, mark on that one there? That was from an eagle talon. You see that right there? You see that mark there? Eagle talon. Guys, when I eat that bird, there probably will be a boner, and I will be excusing myself, and I will just, you know, I'll go outside to my flag and just go like this and just go, proud to be an American and the good old USA. And the boner will, you know, hopefully it will go down, but who knows? It may be the boner that never dies. I've been thinking about expensive vacuum. Nice. Proud to be an American. And everyone's like, why aren't you eating your dinner? I'm like, because I'm eating a chicken I killed and I shoot off a bald eagle who had originally injured it. And now I am just filled with so much energy and like weird Native American prana and Viking vibes that I just can't say now. I may break my boner. I have a freedom boner. Thank you, Moon Jazz Bear. That's a good way to put it. If erections last longer than 4 years, seek medical attention. I will not be seeking medical attention. That's another scam when they're like, if erections last longer than 4 hours, come have us break your boner. Yeah. Nice try, Grabbler. I bet you want that, don't you? You want to break our boners. If erections last longer than 4 hours, it might be because you ate a chicken that was killed on your property. No, that it was because you shoot off a bald eagle who had injured a chicken that you took from the eagle. Maybe that's why your boner lasts more than 4 hours, and maybe your doctor can go clip another weenus and stay the hell away from mine. All right. You drove off the eagle and have the rights to that bird. Right. And now the eagle's just up there looking at me like, with respect. With respect. How great would it be if during one of these streams I was like, and an eagle just landed on my arm and I was like, Kazaa! Dude, odds are not zero. All right. Streams put me in a good mood. Yeah, me too. It's great. I got some real funny stuff for you guys. Oh, you guys, by the way, this isn't over yet. This is like the order of the people that submitted these. I was up this morning at like 4:35 in the morning to get a head start on a lot of it. And I just put together just random ones because they're so funny. I'll do a larger, because since I've started this, there's been like 100 more submissions. And I think we could make something insanely funny, or just make a bunch of these. I don't know, but I just put a bunch together just to make you guys laugh. These are just, I asked the bears to send me videos of what to say when someone tells you to wear a mask, and just enjoy this. And then I got some more funny stuff for you. Hang on 1 second, guys. Now, where's the damn video? Here it is.
Men with no ears don't have a problem refusing a mask. Can't put one on. You want me to wear a mask? Are you trying to fuck me? Look them dead in the eye and tell them they made the Jews wear masks.
Of course I can't wear a mask. When I yell fire in a crowded theater, I need to make sure everybody can hear me loud and clearly.
Big Bear, I can't wear a mask because my mustache is claustrophobic.
The day you got out of jail, you were at the country market without a mask.
Without a mask.
Yeah.
I was leaving. And this guy said, how come you're not wearing a mask? And I said, I didn't vote for Greg.
Nice. That's a real eagle right there.
So this lady at work comes up and says, you know, the mask works a lot better if you cover your nose with it. I just told her, not if I'm trying to put it in other people's business like you.
The lady at a red light today rolled down her window to yell at me to say that I was not wearing a mask. And she, of course, was wearing her mask, her sunglasses, gloves, and everything. So I decided I would upstage her just a little bit. And there we go. Got this baby on today. It'll be good. Keep the whole town safe. And I should be getting big sunglasses to go over the headlights once they come in the mail. Gotta be safe.
What's that, Bear?
I don't have a vagina. And I'm not putting a tampon on my face.
Yes.
I can't fall for that nonsense. You can't hide a stash like that. If a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear, did it make a sound? If you're wearing a mask, smile, but no one can see you. You would warm the room.
Guys, I planned the entire music soundtrack based on the bell ringing right when he did that. Okay, he's speaking very quietly, so I had to amp the audio. But when he says, did it warm the room? And then you hear like the bell ring. Like, I timed the whole thing around the bell ringing at that moment. Just listen to the bell.
If you're wearing a mask, smile,
I know. I had one on. And then, on my way up to the door, some African American from Jamaica stole it right off my face.
I've been drinking my own urine for the last 6 months, so I don't get it.
Just say it's mandatory. Sounds like you're supporting the patriarchy.
Because I'm not a woman.
I won't be wearing a mask due to personal reasons. But what are days? Well, they wouldn't be personal if I told you.
Nice.
And then you can kind of call them the bully if they force you to say any more. And you don't have to say any more. And you're also not denying it, you're not lying, you're not appeasing. I won't be wearing a mask due to personal reasons. Could be gay, I don't think so.
It's time to breathe oxygen again. Not wear a mask. Some kind of creep, criminal, or homo. There is the virus.
Yeah, Diddy Bear.
Why ain't you wearing a mask?
See, I have what my doctor calls an oral fixation, and I just love shit in and out, in and out, and I see masks as face coverings, and I just don't subscribe to that, and I kind of like the raw shit, you know?
When somebody tells you to wear the mask, tell them, oh, don't worry, I already have the coronavirus, so I'm not worried about catching it.
Don't believe all those people that say you're ugly. You need that mask. All God's creations are beautiful.
Sir, we're gonna need you to wear a mask. No, I'm good. I don't watch the pornos.
There's something about Teddy Bear there at the end. I don't watch the pornos. All right, judging by the chat, that was a big hit. You guys loved it. All right, sweet. Big laughs. Marty leads, big laughs. Face condoms. Yeah, he goes, I like that shit raw, if you know what I'm saying. Big laughs. Guys, that was like a quarter of them. There's so many other great ones. And then, I love that song to it. Just drives. Rum, boom, boom. And then, let's just watch it again right away. Come on. Judging by a couple of the videos, I'm not the only one a little on the spectrum and like repeating things over and over again. Huh, guys? How about West Side Bear going, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound? If a smile is covered by the mask, does it warm the room? James True, what up? All right, and this is just from one day. Guys, I posted that yesterday. I have like hundreds more. We could do this all day. Because people are so funny. So many people don't understand that so many comedians are like, I'm the funny man. These people just enjoy my comedy because I'm so funny. You resonate, the resonance economy. Dude, the reason these people are here is because they're funny as fuck. Let them shine. All right. Let the people shine. Now let's watch it again. I don't watch the pornos. All right, where the hell is that video? There you go.
Ears. Just don't have a problem with using a mask.
Oh, by the way, K.O. Bear just absolutely right. Rural whites love themes. Remember when I pointed that out? Remember all the different types of comedy? Rural whites love themes, especially males. You give us a theme, we just run with it. It's like, and then everyone's like, and everybody comes up with one. It's how we pass the time. It's how we make each other laugh. I also love themes. I love themes, but also copper. Exactly. Rural whites. Here we go. Grab another coffee. I'll be right back. Enjoy.
Men with no ears don't have a problem refusing a mask. Can't put one on? You want me to wear a mask? Are you trying to fuck me?
Look them dead in the eye and tell them they made the Jews wear masks.
Of course I can't wear a mask.
When I yell fire in a crowded theater, I need to make sure everybody can hear me loud and clearly.
Big Bear, I can't wear a mask because my mustache is claustrophobic.
The day you got out of jail, you were at the country market without a mask.
Without a mask.
Yeah.
I was leaving, and this guy said, how come you're not wearing a mask? And I said, I didn't vote for you.
So this lady at work comes up and says, you know, the mask works a lot better if you cover your nose with it. I just told her, not if I'm trying to put it in other people's business like you.
The lady at a red light today rolled down her window to yell at me and say that I was not wearing a mask. And she, of course, was wearing her mask, her sunglasses, gloves. I decided I would upstage her just a little bit. And there we go. Put this baby on today. Be good. Keep the whole town safe. And I should be getting big sunglasses to go over the headlights once they come in the mail. Gotta be safe.
I don't have a vagina. And I'm not putting a tampon on my face. I can't fall for that nonsense. You can't hide a stash like this.
Listen to the bell.
In the woods, but no one's very good. Didn't make it down. If you're wearing a mask, smile, but no one can see it. Really warm the room.
I know. I had one on. And then, on my way up to the door, some African American from Jamaica stole it right off my face.
I've been drinking my own urine for the last 6 months, so I don't get it.
Did you just say it's mandatory? Sounds like you're supporting the patriarchy.
Because I'm not a woman.
Yes!
I won't be wearing a mask due to personal reasons. Well, what are they? Well, they wouldn't be personal if I told you.
Nice.
And then you can kind of call them the bully if they force you to say any more. And you don't have to say any more. You're also not denying it, you're not lying, you're not appeasing. I won't be wearing a mask due to personal reasons. Could be gay, I don't think so.
Ireland.
It's time to beat oxygen and not wear a mask like some kind of creep criminal or homo. Critical virus.
Yeah, titty bear.
See, I have what my doctor calls an oral fixation, and I just love shit in and out of my mouth and in and out, and I see masks as face coverings, and I just don't subscribe to that, and I kind of like the wrong shit.
When somebody tells you to wear the mask, tell them, oh, don't worry, I already have the coronavirus, so I'm not worried about catching it. I don't believe all those people who say you're ugly when you need that mask. All God's creations are beautiful.
Sir, we're gonna need you to wear a mask. No, I'm good. I don't watch the pornos.
That might be one of my favorites. Just imagine someone at a store saying that. It's like, no, I'm good. I don't watch the pornos. You gotta have that like Boston accent though. You gotta be like, I'm good. I don't watch the pornos. I mean, I'm not a woman. Dude, they're all great. Every one of those makes me laugh. And they're all so different. You can see that's why I love crowdsourcing comedy, because it's like you can't possibly come up with all that shit. Everybody has such a. The music is great. Bears are curious. Oh, but that's the song I use for like everything. It's called "Shortchange Hero" by The Heavy. It's great. I don't watch the pornos. You guys want to just see more? Like, cause Philly and Boston guys have similarities, like the city meatheads, like Titty Bear. But check this out. You want to see a different little version of what happens in cities when people try to take down statues that they don't really show you as much on the news? This is in Philadelphia. Dude, guys, this is like every dude from my hometown. This is how they all act all the time. Watch this. You embarrassed?
You're so scared. Aren't you embarrassed?
Hang on. One second, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Start that again. Guys, this is basically Oswego, New York. This is how those... guys, these dudes look and act exactly like everybody I was raised with. It's just like... That's why some people... I posted this on Instagram, and some people are like, but who's the good guys? And like, who's the good guys? I'm like, nobody's the good guys. Like, what do you mean the good guys? This is the other side of the coin. These are the guys that eventually come out and go, aren't you embarrassed? And they have a whole different type of violence. You'll see. Watch this. This isn't like, this is, none of, what you're watching isn't like logos. It's not like truth. What you're watching is tribal war. So this is a group of Philadelphia whites. This is exactly like everyone I was raised with. This is how they react.
You're so scared. Are you embarrassed? Are you embarrassed?
I give you my business card, sir, if there's a problem.
Are you embarrassed? You're embarrassed. You're embarrassed. You're embarrassment.
So what do you think about how Christopher Columbus cut off the hands of people who didn't bring him enough gold?
They were fucking savages back then. They all.
This guy just hit me in the head.
Just real
Sir,
quick.
can I have my bike back?
You hit someone just goes. Guys, like, it's so funny when reality hits some of these people. It's like, this guy just hit me. It's like. And James Drew's in the chat. I was texting with him yesterday. If a dude like me or him were there, we wouldn't fit anything because someone's like, what do you think about Christopher Columbus cutting off the hands? We'd be like, me and a dude like James Drew would be like, yeah, we don't even think Christopher Columbus was real. We think it was a construct. And people would be like, what? And we're just like, we're just hanging out. All right, anyway, just watch this. Just watch this. This dude's like, this man just hit me. He's like, dude, wait till you see how it ends. It's fucking hysterical. Guys, as fucked up as it sounds, this makes me feel like home.
Cut off the hands of people who didn't bring him enough gold.
They were fucking savages back then.
This guy just hit me in the head. Sir, can I have my bike back? Sorry, let me have my bicycle. You wanna talk shit, get the fuck out of here.
That's exactly how it is. It's not like the black violence. It's not just like, ooh, you know, it's more just like, all right, now you can't use the bike. And then there's always a woman being like, Johnny, just leave him alone. It's like, get back over there, Tina. Now he can't ride his little fag bike. And meanwhile, the soy boys are like, this isn't following the script. You're either supposed to kill me and start another riot or a false flag event, or you let me do anything you want to me. It's like, go. And it, like, those type of dudes are never shown on TV, and they're everywhere in America. Everywhere. My hometown is only those guys. It's just like, there's always one dude in the crew that's always like, aren't you embarrassed? Look at you. Looks like you're gonna cry. Are you gonna cry? Oh, someone gonna... And then meanwhile, there's just this like real worn down dude. Like, these guys are sig hanging out. They're usually wearing like some sort of like a sports, like for us it was the Syracuse Orangeman. It'd be like an old Syracuse Orangeman hoodie or something. He's just got a cigarette hanging in his mouth. He's like, ah. He just casually takes the bike, cuts the tires, and goes, get the fuck out of here. And then there's always a woman in the background going, you don't want to go back to jail, Johnny. It's like, just get back over there. And that's literally life. That's all life is. And then he's like, did you just say faggot? He's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to go back to jail, but I'll do what I have to do. I have to maintain status with my crew of retards. That's exactly how it is. You know, and then there's all the dudes that they're really trying to not end up in jail. You know, they're not like the animals in the cities. Like, you know, when you're seeing all this stuff. Or, like, I'm about to show you some stuff from Chaz, where they really don't want to go to jail. Like, most of them have been to jail for like 6 months. They really don't want to go back. and they got a wife and probably a couple kids. It's like, John, you can't go back to jail, or else I'll fuck your cousin again. It's like, Tina, if you do. That's the reality of the situation. So when people are like, so Big Bear, where's the logos? I'm like, none here. This is just tribal shit. And it's not like, set his car on fire, we'll take pictures and put it on the global media. This is just the local reality of what happens. And these dudes are trying to not go to jail, but they're also not going to put up with these people's bullshit. And they're going to casually cut up your bike and send you on your fucking way. And at any minute, they know it can just become a bloodbath. You know, like kids I knew growing up, like even by middle school, like one of them would be like, oh yeah, you know, he can't get in trouble again. He almost killed a guy with a tire iron. You know, it's not like Chicago where people have, you know, where it's all these murders and drive-bys and shit. It's more just like, you know, abused people get out of control and almost kill someone, or someone kill. You know, I knew a guy who got in a fight and killed a guy. His head hit the cement wrong and he died. And he had to go to jail for second-degree manslaughter for like 3 years. And it like fucked up his hockey career, you know, and then he just gets a job. I'll fuck your cousin again, Joey, if you go to jail. It's like, don't ever bring him up. That's what it is. That's reality. Okay. You want to watch it again? This is the truest depiction of street interaction I've seen yet. You know, because most of it is just surreal to me when it's like, you know, it looks like there's all this weird agendas and psyops. Now, this is what it actually would look like if you're trying to take down a statue of, and people just want you out of their neighborhood. It's just like this. There's always women in the background telling you to stop. You go as far as you can, and usually it involves gutting a bike. It's always around a bike. And this dude, the dude with the camera has no idea how to interact with these people. He doesn't even know what this is.
You're so scared. Are you embarrassed? Are you embarrassed?
I give you my business card, sir. What's the problem?
Are you embarrassed?
Like, this guy here is only wearing that mask. It's not Corona. He doesn't want to go back to jail. Like, someone with a little bat like that has used it in the past. I'll just break down the archetypes of all this. Like, those little bats, he's used it. When people have big bats, way less likely that they're sincere. Like, if someone has those little bats, usually it's in the trunk of their car, he's used that. And so he's using the Corona thing to, like, just not show his face. And he has family members around going, don't hit him, you'll end up in jail again. Because these crimes, you don't go for life, you don't go for 20 years, you're in and out, but it still fucks up your family. You know, it costs you money, you get fired, you can't get the same job, you're still in the same neighborhood. That's the reality of arrest. You know, you can even kill a person in a fight, and you go to jail sometimes for maybe 3 years, you know, get out on parole. But it messes up your whole life. But you're still there, and you're just like, if he fucks with that statue, I don't care. It's like, you'll care tomorrow, Joey. Okay, watch this. He wants to beat this guy with that bat so bad, but he's just being held back.
Are you embarrassed? You're embarrassed. You're embarrassed. You're an embarrassment.
So what do you think about how Christopher...
That guy's the psychological analyzer. He's just like searching his face. Aren't you embarrassed? Look at you. Look at his face. That other guy in the back is just like, fuck, I just want to fuck up his bike.
Christopher Columbus cut off the hands of people who didn't bring him enough gold.
They were fucking savages back then.
This guy just hit me in the head.
By the way, that guy, just watch the guy in the red. He's just on a mission. He doesn't care what anyone's saying. He's like, I'm taking the bike, and you're out of here. Watch. Like, he's not reacting at all. It's just he's seen it and done it so many times. He's like, the baby needs his bike taken away.
This guy just hit me in the head.
This guy just hit me, oh my God.
Sir, can I have my bike back? Sir, let me have my bike.
That woman's literally like, please leave, or else one of our relatives is going to kill you, and we're going to lose another 3 years of wages. Amazing. All right, let's keep going. One of the bears in Iran, yes, we have bears in Iran, sent me this, saying this is probably the reason why Joe Rogan is heading to Texas. Apparently, Texas, top 10 states most open for business. Isn't that right, Joe? Your anus. Bicycle. Please give me my bicycle. And he's like, when these laws go down, I'm coming for you. That's literally what's in their eyes. And the other guy's like, look at him. He's on the verge of tears. Are you gonna cry? And that other guy's like, you know how much rage I have inside me? As soon as the law is not a threat, I'm gonna fucking find you, and I'm gonna kill. And they know it, dude. That's why. Okay, I'm not big into the right-left politics stuff because it's so annoying at this point. But guys, the Democrats are done. And yes, when you go way into the pyramid of power, there really is. It's two wings of the same bird when you're dealing with the concept of Rome and the ego. It fucking, in general, it does matter. It matters. Political power matters, and people are fighting for it. Who is the main base of the Democrats? Urban. Who primarily? Women. What do women do when they don't feel safe? Vote for Adolfo Hitlerio. Like, a lot of these women in cities now are like, Trump's a bitch. Please kill these people. This is how it works. So women are like moth women without a strong center or any men in their life, gravitate towards government for protection. Now that we're seeing the Democrat cities, Democrat states offer zero protection, and Trump is playing this right. Let's just dive into this for a second, and then I'll get back out and be like, politics doesn't matter, we're all above it. Okay, so a lot of these governors and mayors are trying to tempt Trump by allowing this purge, this madness to happen. They want Trump to, this is what I think. They want Trump to send in National Guard. They're going to do a false flag. Send out a couple Jews or some Chinese or some homos or something. To dress like the National Guard and spray a crowd. Oh, how dare you? This is history. This is what happens. And so then they can use that violence against Trump. So what's Trump doing? Trump is staying out because Trump has never gotten any support from cities. So why does he give a flying fuck? They're just burning votes. Listen, I know there's a right-left paradigm, blah, 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 blah. So, but this still is reality. Okay, so these people are betting. This is high-stakes poker right now. Yes, the big picture, this has to do with global finance. It has to do with the rise of China, the U.S. Navy and the South Sea and the carriers not being... we all get it. In reality, in America, when it comes to politics, the Democrats have went all in, all motherfucking in. And so, what's their strongholds of votes? LA, New York, Atlanta, Seattle. That's like all of it. Guys, if you look at a map, like 95% of the land in America votes traditional, conservative, even though the Republicans suck too. It's still like, that's reality. Like, they're against abortion, they're pro-gun, they think trans kids is abuse, all of it. Okay, so, the U.S. was never free. Dude, here's a quote for you. This is good rhetoric for you. Freedom is a state, not a state. Come on, who's got the rhetoric? It's a state of mind, not a state of governance. We're about to get to Chaz. You can say you're free and say, we're free. If you don't have yourself under control, you're not free. Freedom is a state, not a state. Sorry, Stephen Mountain. I was talking to Dave Smith a lot yesterday. He's coming around. He's a big fan of it. I think I really am the best thing that ever happened to Jews after... I don't even want to say anything that weird. But, obviously Jesus was the best thing that happened to the Jews. They killed him. I think I'm a good second batter. Where I'm like, Jews, follow me. Because, Dave Smith's finally seen it. All right, so anyway, I was talking to him about that. He's like, yeah, I'm finally willing to admit that anarcho-capitalism can't function when you're dealing with leftists. I'm like, it's not about left, right, though. It's about state. The state versus the state. And we're having a great talk. He wants to start a farm. He gets it, you know. Because if people can't control themselves under God's law, you can't have this is all nonsense. Batting cleanup. yeah. Okay. So, and by the way, I'm 100% joking that I'm the second best thing to happen to the Jews after Jesus. Just know that just sounds really funny. Like, I'm a comedian. I'm just letting, hey Jews, you've been lied to more than anyone I think I've ever heard of. So just go with someone that's willing to tell you some hard truths. Because you are not doing great these days. And I ain't your enemy. Big Bear, friend of the Jew, enemy of the Grabbler. Okay, hear me. So what was I talking about? Freedom is a state, not a state. So anyway, you got Trump is being, dude, the Democrats are, and I know I hate talking politics because it's such bullshit. But the Democrats are going all in. They're like, let the cities burn because they want that tyrannical force to come in. They're going to kill some of their own people. They do it all the time. This is standard. And then they say, look at what Trump did. And then they get more people. Trump is playing this awesome. As much as you can be disillusioned, I get it. But this is how he's playing it properly. He's saying, it's just like when I do stand-up. It's like if someone heckles, I have to wait till the crowd is on my side. So if a heckler's in the crowd is like, you suck, and if I'm immediately like, shut up, bitch, you know, I look bad because most people didn't hear her. So what I do is I go, oh, it's okay. Maybe someone send her another fuzzy navel. Maybe she'll get in a better mood. And then people are like, wait a minute, what happened? Someone's like, oh, that woman just yelled out. It's like, oh, I'm just trying to enjoy the show, but Big Bear's being very nice. And then I keep talking, and she's like, you suck! And then a few people are like, ugh, drunk girl. And I'm like, listen, I know you probably have had a long day. Why don't you wait till after and tell some retard all about it? Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. Third time she does it, and I can feel a shift. It's like a quantum shift, and the soul's in the room where they're like, I hate this woman. And then I go, you're a stupid bitch. And everyone goes, yeah! All the women, soccer moms, everybody, they're like, give her the Cleveland pacifier. What's that? It's a big black dick for your mouth so you can suck on it like a baby. I did that in front of an 80% black audience in Cleveland. And they're like, yeah, fucking this dude's hilarious. I'm like, yeah, the Cleveland pacifier. Suck on it, baby. So I think Trump's doing exactly the same thing. Where they're saying, send in the troops, send in the troops. If he went too early, he sees what's happening. He's waiting for the entire Democrat base to be like, send in the troops, you know? And all these people being like, and then the truthers are like, oh, martial law, we'll never get out of it. Dude, stop. The troops are people. They're your neighbors. Cops are your neighbors. This is all nonsense. Oh, martial law means I'll never be able to squirt again. You're drowning in your own freedom. Freedom's a state, not a state. There's nothing that state can do to you if you have the proper state. It's in your heart. Freedom is, it's about control of yourself. The more you're willing to do, like this morning, I had to shoo away an eagle from a dying chicken. And then I harvested the chicken, pulled out his guts, now it's in the freezer and we're gonna eat it. There's eagle talons on the back of a chicken that was still alive, cut his head off, honored it, prayed to God, thanks for the food, honored the chicken, gave him an honorable death. That's all from discipline. That's why they can't control me with food like they can other people. You understand? Same thing's happening with this. They want Trump. Oh, but Trump did control by the time. Dude, stop. Everybody has power grids. I totally understand. Yeah, Kushner, and I get it. But this is just about straight up power. This is about power. And nobody has power unless they're given power by you. You can't, I'm not giving people power. I'm just pointing out what's happening. Because otherwise this makes no sense. But it makes perfect sense. The entire Democrat base, all of it, is urban. And mostly women, single women. They currently do not feel safe. And I'm about to show you some images from Chaz, Seattle. They're gonna not only, like this is, more red pills are being taken right now than I think ever in history. And once people really go through the fire and really understand it, they also won't be fooled by one-eyed weenuses like Dan Crenshaw. It's like, all right, mount up, time to bomb Iran. And people are like, no. It's like, why not? It's like, because we've seen the fire. We've seen what you guys, we've seen, stop. We need to worry about our people. You know, we're facing an economic disaster, but it doesn't matter if you keep your eye on the ball. If you keep your eye on the ball, if you understand it's about community, it's about, you know, logos, it's about your life. You know, despair is the sin. Despair will kill you more than any bullet, more than starvation, more than any of that. Keep your eyes on the ball. And because if you do, this is really fun. It's a wonderful time to be alive. You're seeing truths and secrets that people lived generations and never knew existed. Like, I'll show you some stuff. And people are seeing God again. They're seeing God again. They're seeing, like, when you see evil, you understand that there's an opposing force to evil. When you see pure evacuation, when you see people who agreed to not be with their mother as they died in hospice, root on the George Floyd funeral attended by 1,000 people with a golden casket, even though the casket wasn't long enough for his fake body. And people are like, wait a minute, so you wouldn't attend your own mother's funeral because you were told by the government who a month later is attending a criminal's what? And then they're like, Black Lives Matter. And people are like, oh shit, I gotta seriously figure out what this world is. And so then you see it, and you're like, whoa. And it, guys, for those of you just seeing it and are being, just spread this channel. Tell people about it. Unauthorized.tv, blive.tv/Owen Benjamin Thompson. It's about community building. The violence, you do not have to engage in that at all. It's happening anyway. It's happening anyway, guys. And it's not blood, it's about fruit. Create fruit. And then if people want to fuck with you, it's way harder. The desperate man is not good at violence. Want to know who's good at violence? Want to know who just gives off an aura of like, don't mess with me? People that slaughter their own animals. It's intense. You know, like this morning, 3 chickens. I held their and I'm not bragging. I'm not a sadist. I don't like killing anything. It's not enjoyable for me. I pray. I know that I have a right to do this. And you slit their throat and they fucking spaz out for a while. Without even, and then you don't take their head off right away because then the blood will spray everywhere. And they're in a little cone upside down. Guys, it's humane. It's a great way to go. If they stayed alive much longer, they get too big and fat to walk. So don't give me that sympathy bullshit. This is how the world works. This chat is elite funny. Yes, I'll play you the video again. The bears are fucking beautiful people. They're hilarious. They still have the spark in them. And our community's growing. And like, bears just got together in Texas yesterday at a barbecue, and they were all sending me pictures. And my one friend, who's my Russian correspondent, got to meet a bunch of other people, and they're all high-fiving and laughing. And she was like, it was like the best time ever. It's like that, we're reconnecting. And so as the blood's coming out and you see the life leave their face, and then the ghost run and all that, and then you remove their insides and you pluck them, and your wife is making sure that they're clean and ready for freezer, and then when you eat it, you're like, you really feel it. That guy doesn't get scared like other people. It's like, you know, like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, I now totally understand leathernecks. Like leathernecks, you know, people would call Marines leathernecks. The first thing I would do in any combat is protect my neck. I now understand it. What you do is you just put thick leather around your neck. That would say, like, little nicks, and you're dead. Like, you'll bleed the fuck out. That's why when people are talking all this shit, you're like, right there, just, and you're a dead man, like, you're dead. And now you take away emergency response and all that. It's like, dude, you are in a bubble that can go like that. And when people understand life and death and food and freedom and all this stuff, it's like, like when you say leatherneck, most people have no idea why. And then you're like, oh yeah. And then you find out it's in the Philippines. If you wrap your neck with leather, because that way it's much harder. Even just feathers on a chicken's neck will protect it from at least a couple gashes. You know, that's why, you know, you really want to get past the feathers. Like just a feather, even just a little feather can save your life. because it won't nick through. It'll just nick the feather. Because a lot of like glancing blows, if someone wants to fuck with you, you're fucked. But like those little things you learn from your food is like night and day. And it's not that you become violent at all. In fact, you really appreciate being alive and all the life around you. People, when they look and talk to you, they're like, oh, I'm not just going to be able to say Black Lives Matter and make this guy scared. It's like, no, dude. In fact, I want to offer you some advice. You know, young man, you might want to really appreciate what you have because these are kill zones. Just like, you know, old people in nursing homes.
You make the thing.
Them and greet me with hug. I love it sing me a fancy. I say guys love. My room be like a lion, now mess like a dog. Now they will call me here and me now feel no know. Look up on me, get the real Hollywood. Now pass no remarks and me not show no word. And I fling no stone, now fan a black mud. But when them a go do best and push home to show. Two man a ban fire, man a ban blood. I go see which one and them a go dip them on in all the blood. Ban fire, man a ban blood. When I got your habla, to the motive papa and they young free. No love me should be blessing up on next man's field. No fight against no man, me say for watching achieve. Them even not trust me, you don't come flood. Fight against your brother when you never have the need. You want to reap the fruit and you never sow the seed. But I must see what did and blood I will bleed. Behind the ghetto you tell them try to be slave. False riches on them all I give them to read. Them motivate the folk and all I destroy the weed. But fuck I do for one. And after them one leave. But when they take a time, the people them never show. Two man a ball fire, one a ball blow. Them move forward and them make me all go. Fire, one a ball blow.
Just make them secure, run no time to pretend. It's I and I create these problems, and if your heart is yours, all this war would end. For the sake of the children, make the children secure. And no time to pretend. It's I and I create the problems, and if your heart is yours, all this war would end. For the sake of the children, tell them refrain from the negative. Life is for all and yet the friend for live. Some don't really want to see the world as it is, so them get caught with all the things where them a build foundation for set. We got to do it pick up a kind of X. There ain't no easy way about this. Some sidestep, some come for trick. Them wrong concept for devil, them a worship. Make the children secure, and no time to pretend. I and I create these problems, and if your heart is yours, this war would end. With the sake of the children, make the children secure, and no time to pretend. It's I and I cause the problems, and if your heart is really yours, war would end. With the sake of the children, yeah, with all the troubles that come, you've got to overcome, and be sure to take your place. Hey, that thing your ego get you down, I've been you for it fun. I wonder what would it take. Sam broke himself, if not see me, oh gosh, I say I was praising Jah. He inspired me a whole lot. Look at them widely them touch. I feel like the children in the rock, but just make them say, that's not time to pretend. I and I cause these problems, and if your heart is right, war would end.
Now go surrender and we now go give up. Now stop chant until Babylon is up again. Now go surrender and we now go give up. It's just a thought of fire in a football stomach again. Now go surrender and we now go give up. Now stop chant until Babylon is up again. Now go surrender and we now go give up. A thought
Fire run come. Black people listen history. And the half of the story where them hide far away. On the river Nile bank me dig up and find it. It's we the black slave them use build society. Civilization them learn that from we. How we teach them maths and social study. How we working at them school, working at them factory. How we join them police force and them army. Oh God, why them rearrange the system for we? Who can take this system and dose immediately? If you try to fight back them build the penitentiary. You put up resistance, dead house find your body. Help the Rastaman chant in a ya bingy. Because we not go surrender and we not go give up. Now stop chant until Babylon Europe again. Now go surrender and we not go give up. It's just a thought of fire in a poor man's stomach again. Now go surrender and we not go give up. Now stop chant until Babylon Europe again. Now go surrender and we not go give up. We chant a thought fire, youth man. Yes, son, you know what life hurt. Grab your belt, buckle up your pants and shirt. Woman, grab your zip up your blouse and skirt. Look how much conscious people get hurt. Righteous people, them want put on the earth. Full time for wicked man, pack up and splurt. Want stop good people from get the lie. Gonna hope your man where him sell them a buy. Take off the council against the most high. Help me chant no bingy eye. Rasta man, now go surrender and we now go give up. Now stop chant until Babylon Europe again. Now go surrender and we now go give up. We chant a time.
And no wonder youth get supply. No. And no wonder youth them be shy. Wow, 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 wow. And no wonder youth get supply. Oh, no. Some said the truth them deny. Say Rasta no retreat, we no surrender, we go on the street. This you feel member, now see how we do it. But they pretend that still have on the evening and them after them a render. Rasta no retreat, we no surrender, we go on the street. This you feel member, now see how we do it. But they pretend that still have on the evening and them after them a render. So me go so, lick them chip from the spiral. Yeah, me say make it go viral. Because them divide the people, them the tribal. And of the people, them a bow down to idol. No, caught up in a reprisal. Till them end up all in a suicidal. Rastafari and young the survival. Them get a wave like the tidal. So Rasta no retreat, we no surrender, we go on the street. This will be member, now we how we do it. On the pretender, still have on the evening and the mark with them a render. Rasta no retreat, we no surrender, we go on the street. This will be member, now we how we do it. On the pretender, still have on the evening and the mark with them a render. Chop. Them no want the youth get some blind, no. Them no want the youth them be right. Wow, 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 wow. Them no want the youth get some blind. No, 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 no. Them no want the youth them be strive.
I told you, Jah gon' bless us and make us strong. I trust that we'll be there someday to come. I never doubted, I keep the faith all along. Good friend, I'm a servant, that's who I am. You surely deserve all the best there is. And I've got all the love to give. All the care there is, and we all got all the life to live. This is for you, my dear. A blessing to show I care. This is for you, my dear. Loving to show I care. On it's your birthday, like the first day. This is the time when my words say I love you. Oh yeah. On the record, your presence was all my preference. Gonna make you glorious in front of all your friends. You surely deserve all the love there is. And I just all the love to be free.
Until the a news flash. Most wanted, just get me haunted. Ask Babylon, me say who them a rank with. Most wanted, just get me haunted. Fire when me blaze, all of them head tunted. Most wanted, just get me haunted. Ask Babylon, me say who them a rank with. Most wanted, just get me haunted. Babylon get tunted, the one your name Summons. Them a bit and a look for me. Say them want charge me for lewd and profanity. In the music never yet lose me sanity. Man a rasta man, me nah go decrease me quality. Summons. Them want give that to me. Show me burn me fire without partiality. Burn the government cause him a increase poverty. Me burn the cops cause him a part of brutality. Summons. You can't give that to me until the ghetto man see a better liberty. Proper playground and a place in me family. Entertainer not a problem in society. Tell me if I lose my freedom of speech. Oh, them ask, yo, most wanted, just get me haunted. Ask Babylon, who them a ramp with. Most wanted, just get me haunted. Anthony B. Fire make them taunted. Most wanted, just get me haunted. Ask Babylon, who them a ramp with. Most wanted, just get me haunted. When me talk them taunted.
Fire me burn, to the table we turn. We easy run this show. Fire me burn, to the children we learn. Fire me burn, to the table we turn. Fire me burn. Yo, King Kanga, you want to tell them something? Down here, jump. Fire, burning up the streets now. I tell you, that one named fire, burning up the peace now. I tell you, that one named make it blaze. Get your youth when have no time to get, yeah. Make it blaze. Now figure too much innocent to slave, yeah. Make it blaze. We still a put the fire upon them grave, yeah. Make it blaze. That's the only way we can turn a new page, yeah. Make it blaze. We have to move from state to state, yeah. Make it blaze. Hey, come on, thinking about you, girl, all night long. About those things we've done, where we've been, look how far we've come. Look at us today. I'm the man in your life, girl. I'm the one to make it right. Take me now, let me know what you like. Let us make love and be nice. Cause love is all I've got for you. Now my love is spreading all over you. Oh my baby, just keep me close. Don't go, girl.
Babylon Corral, me place them on to overthrow. Me look like say none of them no left up at the station. How with them near boat, fireman a blaze go out. It was a invasion. Babylon Corral, me place them on to overthrow. Me look like say none of them no left up at the station. How with them near boat, fireman a blaze go out. Well, you know me place me have me big tune at home. Me high grade and me chalice because man no smoke blunt. Fat piece of talk me figure pump. Well, you know my pants when me suck me start jump. But me do me here, rugo long me here I come. Me say who goes, you them know the beast is like the sun. Me say who no one quote, me no have none. I want no one gun, me no have none. Cause I be high grade up in a me cranium. Right I know me woman ready to go have fun. It was a invasion. Babylon Corral me place them on to overthrow. Me look like say none of them no left up at the station. How with them here bout, fireman a place their house. Was a invasion. Babylon Corral me place them on to overthrow. Me look like say none of them no left up at the station. How with them here bout, fireman a place their house.
Thanks some praise to the Creator. Above all things, life is greater. Thanks some praise to the Creator. And learn to respect Mother Nature. Thanks some praise to the Creator. Above all things, life is greater. Thanks some praise to the Creator. Keep on playing the music operator. You're so right, forever blessed. This is the togetherness. Found it interesting. We got it going on forever, yes. What's the marketing? Look at you, the targeting. I've been out there in the streets performing. We're obsessed about the music and the warning. One day, Babylon they will be falling. Weeping and enduring for a night, but joy come in the morning. I bust the windows and my curtain sun shining on. Birds and the golden children playing in the lawn. Love, that's what we need to stop all the war. Listen to the music as you go. You're gonna reach far. All I wanna do is stop. Thanks some praise to the Creator. Above all things, life is greater. Thanks some praise to the Creator. And learn to respect Mother Nature. Thanks some praise to the Creator. Above all things, life is greater. Thanks some praise to the Creator. Keep on playing the music operator. Done so much for you, respect up the ranks. Here you go, turning your back, not even saying thanks. Brute is fool, no, they don't stand the chance. Don't forget where you're coming from, I only tell you once. Minerals of the earth might cause your anxiety. Not for silver nor gold, don't turn on humanity. All things shall fade, as long as it's vanity. No, Bun down Saddam, bun down Saddam, bun down Saddam and Gomorrah. Bun down Saddam, Babylon and Angle if you see tomorrow. Bun down Saddam, bun down Saddam, bun down Saddam and Gomorrah. Bun down Saddam, Babylon and Angle if you see tomorrow. Them wrong with them brainwash education. Them wrong with all them false religion. Them wrong with them get them idea from. A top of man for all married to man. Them wrong, them try to capture we motherland. Them wrong, them bring in them polyfiction. Them wrong, introduce them hate span the land. All Rasta man no want to overstand. We a go bun down Saddam, bun down Saddam, bun down Saddam and Gomorrah. Bun down Saddam, Babylon and Angle if you see tomorrow. Bun down Saddam, bun down Saddam, bun down Saddam and Gomorrah. Bun down Saddam, Babylon and Angle if you see tomorrow. Stop, take a look in at the world. Bring us education, give to boy and girl. Sadomatic all worshiping diamond and pearl. Introduce the mark of the beast on the land. Oh, fire burn for the beast Sabashan. Anthony B, me have to sing my song. The Emperor Selassie, I the conquering one. He is the king rule from Mount Zion, sing his song. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Naked meat to lie down in green pasture. Lead it by the side of still water.
Enough of them can't sleep at night, them all a worry and fear. Not too slow, all my try to disrespect. Them that get the warning, this is the check. Noise at my back and all a whole city wreck. Hypocritical mackers, watch all your step. Before you disrust a man, you better think and check. Oh, you fit this the high priest, Melchizedek Selassie, I run the north, south, east and the west. The Robin and right and the Septine and left. Oh, you fit this the man, now when the man can connect. The man give us life and make we can blood red. So when you see the profit certain talk enough of them. Don't sleep at night, them all a worry and fret. I do still have say I'm not try to disrespect. Don't get the warning, this is the check. Nice and my black and all a whole sick enough of them. Don't sleep at night and nightmare them a get up overnight and wash by cold sweat. All come outside, come sit down and step. We done pan them, John, them no stop from frame. You shouldn't this thing and with the golden precept. You shouldn't this thing and we control Nazareth. Up the Ark of Covenant and make Babylon web. Bust up the seven seal and make Babylon fed. You see Rasta man certain talk enough of them. Don't sleep one night, them all a worry and fed. But you see us say, don't try to disrespect. Them don't make the warning, this is the check. Nice and my black and all of
Stop your fighting and be wise, my brother. Life is for us to live. Stop your quarreling and live in love, my sister. Nothing is greater than this. Though we lie, things get rough. There is ups and downs. Though we lie, things get tough. Don't you stop on me now. No obstacles be in your way. Just turn it around. Don't you ever go astray, cause every little thing in life counts. Stop your fighting and be wise, my brother. Life is for us to live. Stop your quarrel and be great, my sister. Where are you going now? Haven't you heard from doing the
One thing I can do, one thing I can say. Almighty God, the lead the way. He's my guide and protector, night and day. But I will never fade away. One thing I can do, one thing I can say. Almighty God, the lead the way. He's my guide and protector, night and day. But I will never fade away. Night time when I lay myself to rest. Head on me pillow, meditate godliness. Pray for the crippled, dumb, the blind and the deaf. Pray for the animal, the bird in the nest. Pray for the man, them think about safe sex. Pray for the youth in the school round the nets. Pray for the world cause it's really in a mess. When me get me wisdom from burning the cess. Whoa, one thing I can do, one thing I can say. Almighty God, I lead the way. He's my guide and protector, night and day. But I will never fade away. One thing I can do, one thing I can say. Almighty God, I lead the way. He's my guide and protector, night and day. But I will never fade away. Read the Psalms a day, keep the devil away. Still I see I rule, you must obey. No mix with evil, do a lesbian night again. No get involved with them.
I'ma tell them say, it's the evil system. Why not you became a victim? Yeah. It's the evil system. So me beg you to serve them. From the bullets and the grave them. And tell the youth them to behave them. And tell them open up them ears. Beg you to serve them. From the bullets and the grave them. And tell the youth them to behave them. And tell them turn a new page. Some go so yo, Jah protect us from this trial and this crisis. King Shango come for burn the broken masses. Them kill out the youth, them man no cry out for no losses. One like them no seats and one like them one glasses. Enough of them me say them don't got no answers. Tell the youth no trust no shadow after darkest. Do your promises and be a sweet target. Don't watch them smile and just them mask. Beg Jah to serve them. From the bullets and the grave them. And tell the youth them to behave them. And tell them open up them heads. Beg Jah to save them from the bullets and